Okay. Bye. Say that again, nice and loud.
I said $1
$1
million cash
million,
buyer.
$1 million cash buyer loose on the streets. Have to move by Monday. Now, I can keep doing this, but I've been doing this for 25 years, and they all sound like that. I'm happy to make another call if you want. If you don't feel, if you want to feel worse than you feel right now. The point is there room for you out there? That's my point. So when you see these multi-million-dollar mega producers, you're like, wow, I'm never going to get there. Believe me. That woman is very professional. She's very successful. She does a great job. I know her. She's good. Is there always room for improvement? Could we all be better? Okay, all you got to do is learn the simple tools. Again, your income is in direct proportion to the quality of the questions that you ask. Quality questions. If they ask you a question, what do? Ask them one. You want to get clear on their wants and needs. Asking questions is coming from service. If you don't, how do I say this? From my point of view, not asking questions, making assumptions is kind of rude and a waste of time. Asking them questions coming from service, caring about them, finding out what they want and going and getting it for them is how we serve them. We get paid for helping other people. You can't help them if you don't know what they want. I had an agent, used to we'd leave cards in the home so that the listing agent would know there'd been a showing or some activity. I called on one of the cards and I asked the agent, were you showing or previewing? She said, showing. Great. What'd your client say? Is there something we can do? How do I make this deal work? What do we need to do to put the deal together? She said, they don't want nothing. They don't want a 2-story house. Why were you in it? You knew that before you left the office, and you should have known that they didn't want one. Right? Okay, so if you can get that this is not being rude or intrusive, it's about coming from service. How do you ask quality questions? When they ask you a question, you're either asking them one, or you're making what? Assumptions. What do you say when they ask if it'll sell VA? How about this? Is saying yes answering a question? Is it answering a question with a question? Okay, how about this? What years were you in the service? Ask me if it'll sell VA. Good question. What years were you in the service? Well, first of all, thank you for your service. We appreciate what you guys do. So thank you for that. Second of all, the VA, she handled it really well, I thought. The VA cuts off at about $300, which means you need to bring the difference in cash. Is that doable? Okay, great. Would you like to sing the home now or at 5? Okay, great. I'm going to pick you up and I'll meet you there. So you ask them these questions and you make this appointment. She is calling back. She's calling me back. See? I told you she was awesome. She didn't handle that, what can you tell me about it, too well, but she's good on follow-up. She's following up. Yes. She's a great realtor. Okay. So, you have some handouts for them? Okay, any questions on these topics? Quality questions, porcupine, alternate choice. Pam? Yes. 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 I would prefer the choice, now or later, because now didn't work. See, if you give them choice, they get to choose. My perspective is, we want to do 2 things. Educate them and give them choice. Educate, let them choose. Educate, let them choose. Treat them like you would want to be treated. You got to have a high degree of empathy from my point of view. Just put yourself in their position. This is an old marketing slogan from years ago. If you want to know why John Smith buys what John Smith buys, you've got to see the world through John Smith's eyes. So if you can put yourself in their shoes and look at this transaction from their point of view, then just ask yourself, how would I want to be treated? I would like to be educated and given some choices. That's what I would like to have. Someone who's knowledgeable about inventory, schools, values, financing, deeds, restrictions, septic systems, lot lines. Someone who knows their stuff. What's right with the house? What's wrong with the house? What should I look out for? What should I look for? Educate me. Help me. Be my realtor for the rest of my life. Earn it. Yeah? That's what I'm looking for. Please. Okay, when they say, tell me about the house, what do you say? I would say that. What are you looking for? I could do that. And I'm fairly articulate. I've got a decent command of the English language. But I could describe that home ad nauseum, and you would never, ever get a picture of it. I think what's more important, if you don't mind, take a few minutes, tell me what you're looking for, and I'll tell you the 5 that best fit. Is that okay? Does that work for you? And just ask them, does that work for you? Is that okay? It'd be quicker and easier if you'll tell me what you're looking for, and I'll tell you if I have it or not. So how many bedrooms are you looking for? How soon do you want to move? Where are you from? What's your time frame? What are you looking for in a home? Do bedrooms matter? Do stories matter? Do schools matter? What matters most? Make your list. What's the most important thing in a home? For me, it's one story. Second thing is privacy. I've got to be on a cul-de-sac. I have to be. After that, it's just stuff. It's just space. Yeah? So I live in a cul-de-sac on a main. I live on a 2-story house on a main street, but whatever. No, I don't. Yes. 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 Thank you. Nicely said. There's 2 ways to ask. What do you need and what do you want? So there's a way to go through these buyers. Look, if you want to learn more about this subject, read this. If you want, we'll do this event Friday. So it's a half day, $195. I'll give you every script I have. What is the FSBO's main objective? Telling you no. So we're going to go over scripts. How to call a FSBO, how to call an expired, how to call a withdrawn, how to call a temporary off the market, how to call listings that have just come on the market and call around them, how to call listings that have just sold and how to call around them, how to generate leads, how to call for sale by owners. I love for sale by owners because the odds are in your favor. 9 out of 10 are going to list that property. All they want to do is be one of the realtors that they interview when they get to that point. After that, if I don't cut the mustard, then fine. I just want a shot. I want a chance to present. So that's why I love FSBOs. We'll go through the whole campaign from start to finish. All the scripts that get you appointments. Typically, when I was doing real estate actively in the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s, back then it's really old-fashioned, but the men worked out of the house and the women worked in the house before they bought all that stuff, and both of them were kicked out of the house to go make the money to pay for all of it. They call it economic recovery. People don't have money, so they borrow money they don't have to buy stuff they don't need, to impress people they don't know. It's called an economic recovery. So now they both get kicked out, and they get someone else. They pay someone else to raise their kids so they can have their stuff. Nonetheless, they had an agreement, and a husband and wife would agree that if a realtor called, they would tell them no. And so you would call and say, "When I come see the house?" No. "You want to list the house?" No. "Are you going to hire a broker?" No, 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 no. So a friend of mine and I got tired of hearing the word no, so we agreed we would get together and not come out of this house until we figured out a question we could ask the for sale by owner, where the no became a yes. What's the question? You want to stay in this house? That's a good one. That's actually pretty good. Huh? Okay, what's step 1 when you're calling people? First rule of sales. Talk to someone who has the authority to make the decision. So the first question, I'm going to give you these 3. Are you ready? The first question is, are you the person with the home for sale? Excuse me? Are you the person with the home for sale? Sometimes you'll hear a voice that sounds like a teenager. So just say, "Is your mommy home?" Speak to your mother, please. This is the mother. This is the mother. Oh, excuse me. You sound so young. Really? Yeah. What's the second thing we want to do? We want to qualify them. Is the home still for sale? Now we know we're talking to the right person and we know the home is still available. Right? Now we can ask our questions. When we ask the question, she's going to say what? No. And the no is going to mean what? Yes. Here's the question. Would you be offended if they came by to see your home? And she says what? No. Which means what? Yes. So use tool number 6. What's tool number 6? That's correct. Excellent. That's it. I'm available now. Would 6 p.m. be better? 6 would be better. My husband will be home. Great. Do we want to talk to both of them? Yes. If she says, that's okay, I'm making a decision about selling the house, I'm hiring a realtor, don't fall into that trap. Is she going to make the decision without talking to him at all? Probably not. If she does, it's a rarity. It could happen, but it's never happened to me. I've done the presentation one-on-one, and later the other one killed the deal. I'm like, when am I going to learn? All 3 times later, I said, that's it. So you want both of them there, right? Right. And then you show what? Up, on, time, and you knock on the door and you go, hi, I'm Wayne, we had an appointment at 6. It's 6. What are you saying to them? One time. How do you build trust? You make small agreements and keep them. Small agreements. Are we going to ask them to list? No, it's too early. I just want to build trust. I'm here, I'm Wayne at 6. Get a good look. I'm going to look at you, you're going to look at me. And you go in, I'm going to give you the 22 questions to ask on the first visit of the FSBO. There's 22 questions you want to ask. You're going to prepare your presentation based on those 22 questions. Are they DIS or C? Are they visual, auditory, or kinesthetic? What do they have to do to the house? What's their price range? What's their motivations? Why are they moving? What are they doing? How are they doing it? How are they going to do it? You gather all that information. Then you go do your CMA. Then you do your presentation. You put it together and you go back and you pitch them. What's the first tool under sales? What's the first tool under sales? It should look like this. Dominant, influencing, steady, compliant. This is a 45-minute presentation. This is results. That's it. How long? How much? How many have you done? This is 3 to 4 hours. You'll make. I swear, take a fork. You'll want to stick it in your neck before the evening's over. That was a joke. They're very detailed. They want lots of information. You're going to need to know more about that house, that subdivision, that neighborhood, that street than they do. If you don't, you'll lose credibility. The biggest fear is mistakes are being taken advantage of. The biggest fear is being taken advantage of. The biggest fear is mistakes are being made wrong. They love their detail. They hate it. They love their bottom line. They hate it. These are 2 totally, completely, 180-degree, diametrically opposed presentations. You have to have 4 presentations because you're going to be presenting to 4 different types of people. Some people take in your presentation through their eyes, some through their ears, and some are going to want to touch it and feel it. So some are visual, some are auditory, some are kinesthetic. If they grab your binder, let them have it. Don't pull it away from them. I've seen agents do this. They pull it back. Let them touch it. They want to touch it. They want to feel it. Are you with me? Okay, so we'll go into all this, and we'll just keep giving you tools and tools and tools and tools, and we'll do our best to show you how to use them. Any questions on today? Thank you for your time. I hope you found it worthwhile. Fill out the form, turn it in to Yelena on your way out. Please stand up. This is Yelena. And if you'll give it to her, we'll see you Friday. What time? 9 o'clock. Early is early. Late is what? Late. On time is what? On time. Please be what? On time. Get up, brush your hair, comb your hair, get the crust out your eyes, and be ready to rock and roll. Let's go make some money on Friday. I'll see you then. Thank you for coming. Give yourselves a hand.